I'd like to talk a bit tonight about, I've got a little bit of a confession, a little bit of a story. Sex shops, we all sort of like look down on them, but deep down they're really quite interesting. There's a lot to know about sex shops. I went in a sex shop last Wednesday, and it was like the first time. It was like, no, sorry, it was the fourth time that I've been to a sex shop. Fourth time. No, fifth time I've been to a sex shop, right? That day, right? So like, I'm in there, and I'm looking around, and there's some interesting things in there. Some weird looking guys, some creepy guys, and that's cool, you know. And from across the room, like, I see this sort of an object on the shelf across the room. It's luring me in. So I walk and I get closer, and what it is, it's really quite cute. It's like a big novelty dildo. It's like, and what it was quite cute. It was like the shape of my arm, like that, cut off there. And it was shaped like a fist on the end, like a fist. A fist is apparently the most appropriate means of penetration in this day of age, you know, and did not know that. But I'm looking at, it's called the American Fist too. The American Fist, so I don't know, write it down, we've got a birthday here, you might be looking for a gift. I don't know, you're looking for a gift, just throw it out there, you know, you might have an uncle that lives by himself, someone who's into that kind of thing. I don't know, but you know, the point is, it was quite a classy sort of looking dildo, you know. I thought it was, you know, being the dildo connoisseur that I am, you know, I thought it was quite brilliant. It was only like $30 too, $30, which I thought was quite cheap. You know, so money's what you're worried about. It's not going to burn a hole in your pocket, you know. Oh, but it will put a burn in your hole. Let's just make that. Let's just make that comment, I think. And on the price tag as well, it was quite interesting. On the price tag, it had a little sort of a tagline, like an American Fist motto. Like the motto for this dildo was written in bold letters, and it read, "And you thought childbirth was painful." So, that should give you a little bit of insight into, you know, the true ferocity of this particular dildo, I think. But now I'm looking at it, I think, fuck it, I'm going to buy it. You know, hey, I'll splash out $30. What's that? So I pick it up. It weighs like fucking 60 kilos. I lug it over to the fucking counter. I put it down. And I say, "Mr. Sex Shop Man, Mr. Sex Shop Man, do you recommend this dildo? I mean, is it worth really splashing out the $30 for it?" He looked at me. He went all serious on me. Right? He went all serious. He looked at me and said, "Son, I've only ever used the American Fist once in my life, one long night of passion. And let me tell you this, it was worth every single one of the 133 stitches it left me with." I said, "I think I'm going to go put it back." So I put it back and I'm looking around. No, money can't buy happiness. Have you heard that before? Money can't buy happiness? You would have heard it in your travels, I think. I don't know, I just think I might have said that originally. Obviously never shopped in this sex shop I was in, because it was brilliant. It was happiness everywhere. Every single pedophile and pervert in the store, a smile of satisfaction ripped across their face. It was brilliant. And, you know, it's a weird and wonderful world we live in. Weird, you know, mostly fucking weird from what I can gather, because, you know, Ripley's Believe It or Not could do a whole fucking segment on this sex show, trust me. There was that many bizarre things in there. I think the most fun you can have with a sex shop, hands down, is taking a friend along with you. A friend that's never been to one before. A friend that's never been to a sex shop, because I've been to one before, so I know, just like all the other perverts in the store, that most things in sex shops, you know, no matter how big and painful and sharp they look, are actually designed for one way or the other to go up your vagina or your ass. One way or the other, and they don't know that, so I get the most satisfaction, you know, out of seeing their reaction every time I tell them what certain instruments are for. You see them scaling the shelves, going, "Oh yeah, I think I've seen those." I said, "The fuck is that? What the hell is this thing? Is this that was sharp, it is. Is this a gardening tool? Why are they selling gardening tools in a fucking sex shop?" And then comes the fun part. I get to turn to them and say, "That's actually supposed to go up your ass." Put it back. But no, there are some very interesting things in there, as I've said. You know, they're starting to sell like inflatable, like blow-up animals, inflatable blow-up livestock in sex shops. It's quite bizarre. I thought I saw them. They're like, it's like horses and sheep's, like that's like mostly livestock, that sort of stuff. Cows too. And I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, why on earth would you ever want to buy like a fucking inflatable sex toy of an animal? And you know, then I sort of thought about it, and I thought, well, hang on, you know, some people might live in the city and might have 9 to 5 jobs and might not have the luxury, like I do, of living in the country and having access to livestock, you know, real life livestock. You know. I take that for granted. I take that for granted every time I go outside of the paddock and choose one out. You know, there are suckers up in town who have to have second, you know, plastic inflatables. It's just, you know, I'm being a bit selfish here, I know. But there was one more thing. There was a little book in the store, a little book that had fun sex facts, and they were fun. They were really fun sex facts. One of them was the world record for number of times masturbated in one day by a male, by an individual male. It was quite... Does anyone know that record by any chance? The world record for the most times masturbated in a day? He slapped 20? No, it was actually 103 times. 103 times. But, you know, having said that, you know, I didn't expect you to know that. I didn't expect you to know that. I only know that because I am the record holder. I am the proud record holder. It was a long day. It was a long day. I got to about 97 and I thought, fuck this. But, you know, my parents and family and friends said, no, you soldier on, you fucking finish what you started. Very sore. Now I'm very lonely as well, as you can probably tell. Anyway, I'm sure you guys have been great. I'll see you around.